Welcome back to the Cadre Podcast, where we talk about anything and everything in the world. On this episode, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Every single time I open one of these, you're like. Anyways, welcome back to the Cadre Podcast, where we talk about anything and everything in the world. On this episode, school stories. All right, we're gonna talk about some mishaps, some misfortunes, some goofy moments, some wonderful moments.
I never had goofy moments, oh my god.
And anything else that happened while we're supposed to be learning. And instead, people are fighting, fucking, or killing in the halls.
One time I walked into the classroom and two people were fucking right in front of the teacher.
Just hit that Patrick Bateman.
Yeah, but while looking at the teacher, it's just...
Anyways. So, we're going to be using abstract fake names for these. I have a list of these prepared. So, you know.
Oh god, I don't have a list of these prepared. You're lucky. You're lucky.
I am lucky. I'm lucky that I'm just hilarious.
I'm gonna say a name and then people are gonna be like,
oh, I know he's talking about me.
I know that guy. He's talking about me.
I'm trying to do the dance thing. I'm really bad at it though. No, the one where you like move your head and like shoulders different.
Dude, if I do that, the whole shirt like wobbles.
Anyways, so Landon's gonna start this one.
I am?
Yeah. I'm gonna go last because I have the most, and the most interesting, and the most lore deep stories. I basically have my own cinematic universe of goofy shit that happens in my school.
So much goofy shit, totally. Well,
should we go back in time first, like to like 4th grade when we all met?
I say we each give one.
I think we've done that on the first episode.
I say we go one goofy story for each grade.
Let's pick a topic. You know what? Hold on. Let's go. Goofy.
6.
Let's go. Funny, unfortunate.
No, let's
what
go
else?
wild. Let's just go wild.
Yeah,
let's go fucking wild.
Have at it.
Let's go fucking
right.
wild. I'm starting off swinging the balls here. You ready? That does not sound. You know what?
Straight for the jugular on this one.
Yeah. You ready for this? So, picture, if you will, the year is 4th grade. We are all in.
The year is 4th grade.
The year is 4th grade. I'm with. I just met these two dipshits, and that was the first thing I mentioned.
You met Josh.
I met you.
Yeah, we didn't talk until probably like 7th grade.
Right. But yeah, so yeah, and stupidest shit happened. So we're gonna go back in time. Wow, I'm bad at talking. Alright, names. So, one day, class is happening. I didn't see it in person, but this leads into a whole nother fucking topic, buddy. So, let's call him Chad. No, he's not a Chad. Let's call him Fred. Fred. So, Fred is a guy, right? And then there's also, that's...
Smithers.
No, that's ripping off.
Lois.
No idea who you guys are talking about, honestly.
So you got Fred and Lois. So
cheating on Peter.
Fred and Lois are kind of passing each other, and there's a confrontation that I don't even know what happened to that day. But Fred might have had a physical confrontation, not sexual, but more like and
4th grade, by the way.
So, like, it's more of a little punch or, like, maybe a little push. That might have led to a lot of other things with... Okay, I'm just gonna say all this shit. You ready? So, these two fucking kids got in an argument or something because apparently one of them pushed the other or something. I don't know. Like, someone punched someone. I don't even fucking know. But I got to the point where the police officers came in. But here's where the goofy shit starts. Because then there was a war. You guys ever had those wars in fucking 4th grade? And
like in 4th grade when you have
school. You have a war
not to mention
in the fucking playground.
The
wars?
last
You ever
year.
bring your guns to?
The last year we ever had recess, most of the year was spent.
This is
argument.
my
This is his story, yeah.
I know. I'm just putting
Allow me
I'm
to
just
tell it.
putting in more impact.
So, you ready? You ready for this? So there was two sides. One side was of Fred's side, who says that he's the right one and he didn't do anything wrong. And by the way, did I mention police officers got involved? I'm pretty sure I did. Did I? Alright. And then there was Lois's side, who thinks that she was the right one too. And honestly, might have been on, and if I was on one of them sides, it was because I was friends with them at the time. But then here's a real kicker of it. Then this goofy goober, was like, guys, I'm gonna make my own secret side.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking
I'm
about.
gonna make
now.
a secret team take down the mall. We got this team Star. I don't know. It was like Stardom or something.
Yeah, it was
No.
something.
It
something
was
zesty.
so goofy.
I think it was Star Power.
It was the
think-
goofiest
holy shit, it was.
thing.
It was Star Power. Yo.
Can I? Oh, I would do the emo.
That's
now.
the-
It was the goofiest year of my life, 4th grade. The absolute goofiest.
If that's the goofiest year of your life, you need to get out more often.
Maybe not the goofiest.
Oh,
Or make more enemies with people.
Okay, so maybe not the goofiest year of my life, but that was a pretty goofy year. Come on.
That was.
That was a
that was
goofy
odd.
year, dude. That was a year of fidget spinners, dabbing, and there was one
Bottle
more.
flipping.
And bottle flipping were like the big things.
Holy shit! Remember when people used to yell at you for bottle flipping?
Oh, wow.
I landed it first try.
No, you didn't.
Alex,
didn't.
you're my
Remember
witness.
you go to lunch and me grab the milk cartons, we just start flipping them?
Yeah.
That's all we did all lunch.
That's crazy because if you take a milk carton that you haven't drank from and you flip it, it flips perfectly, and it lands pretty much every time unless you suck. And if in that case, then you just
Yeah.
suck.
We suck the milk, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. What
So,
kind of milk?
Alright, is your story done, Landon? I mean, I don't know how you could go on
What else
after
is
that.
there? Pretty goofy. I'm pretty sure one time I was like, I'm gonna spy on Fred.
Oh,
I
God.
wasn't spying. He saw me.
You guys don't even know about that.
He
Holy
saw.
shit.
I don't know.
You guys don't even know about a part of
So goofy.
2nd grade, whatever.
Alright,
Second.
that's my story. That's story number 1.
Kind of where that stuff pioneered.
Okay.
2nd grade.
Okay. So, over the course of this story, you could call it, it goes from 5th grade into 6th grade.
How is it a year story?
You need 5th grade context for what happened.
Guys, this story has context.
I'm gonna call this guy.
It's the prologue.
I'm gonna call this guy Witsy.
Yeah.
Witsy.
So, start of the year,
Witsy. He's like
me and this-
Beetlejuice. It's like Beetlejuice. If you say his name 3 times, he'll spawn. Witsy.
Shut the fuck up.
Witsy.
Okay. So Witsy, right? Start of 5th grade after Landon's story came to a close.
After Fred fought Lois in an epic battle,
Of loss.
Battle of the Titans.
they both lost.
So, start of 5th grade.
One of
We
them
were on
was so
opposite
good.
sides,
Oh,
you
I'm
know.
scared.
He's looking for people he knows. Happens to see me. Boom. Yeah. There's this kid named what I call Witsy. Thinks he's like our best friend, and doesn't leave us alone. Doesn't leave anybody alone. Is
I know
literally
what he's talking
obnoxious.
about. I know
Everybody
exactly what
hates
he's
him.
talking about.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. Doesn't
two
leave us
people in
alone.
mind.
Next year.
I have 2 people. in
Next year
mind.
rolls around. I was about to blurt out somebody's name. Next year rolls around. He is just harassing these people, and I'm like, you know what? I've had enough of this kid. So I grab the back. I grab the back of his sweatshirt, throw him towards me, and then push him to the other side. Pavement on the pavement.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, he didn't bash his fucking head. He like
did 12 backflips.
hit the ground. His head's like almost on the ground. I'm like, oh fuck! I almost killed that dude. I was like,
killed that
I almost
man.
killed him. So after that, still,
almost killed
he
him.
still is not humbled by any of this, right?
You're still not.
I was in breakfast line, there's these kids pushing him around, and he happens to get shoved into me like once. I was like, okay, whatever. I just give me my fucking food. Let me go. Bumps into me again. I'm like, all right, this fucking kid. I just rammed into him. And he like pushes through the crowd like some Astroworld shit, and like the whole crowd bounces back.
That's crazy.
And he's still so
it's just
annoying.
like you threw him.
It was like a
he
wave.
was thrown into you, and then you threw him back, and then like they threw him again.
Yeah, and it just
Oh
like
my God.
bounced back.
That's crazy.
And then after that, he was just still annoying till Witsy is no longer a problem. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Witsy switched schools, went to Monsters University.
Wait, he switched schools?
Yeah.
Yeah. You went to the one that's supposed to be for smart kids, but is actually for drug dealers.
Yeah. Is that the one that people like over?
Whisper his name in my ear. Whisper his
Okay.
name in my ear. I don't know who you're talking about. We hung out with him?
No,
He was.
thought he hung out with us.
Yo, wait. Maybe you
initially.
should tell that story. Remember, you were walking into school. He's like, "Josh, wait for me!" And he hits you with like a can,
No, I don't
like
remember
a
that.
soup can in the right here. He hits you.
Oh, I do remember
Yeah,
that.
he hits you with a fucking soup can.
And we were bringing
Yo.
in donations, and he was like, "Hey, wait for me, wait for me!" And he like swung his bag of donation cans and hit me in the back of the head. Like he tried to fucking kill me. Like that's attempted
So,
murder.
dude, I run down the hallway.
Holy shit! Nowadays, like I
Yo.
would not have let that slide.
Yo, my
I would have
goodness.
beat him
We were
with his bag.
the
of
kids
cans.
who ran to lunch, so we're running to
Oh, yeah,
the
that's true.
breakfast area.
I was
And I'm
not-
like, where the fuck is John?
What?
I turn around. I see him like
Leave.
pouring tears. I'm like, what happened? He's like,
Yeah, he hit me in the back of the head with a fucking soup can. It wasn't even like a soda can where it's like you can kind of squish them and they're like,
and then
that.
that dumbass teacher gave you and him ISS or lunch detention.
Oh my god, that
Yeah.
was right.
It's like the dumb bitch.
Goofy.
Like, I hate that staff team in middle school so much.
I think it's Mr. MVP's turn, I guess.
I would take up the rest of the episode.
Alright, let's see how
Go.
long he goes for. You can't
So-
go for that long, buddy.
I can go for a very long time.
For one thing,
Dude,
that's
this is
one story.
part
they
one of
get
many.
silly.
Okay, so let's.
Gotta get a snack for this, guys. Hold on. Gotta get that fixed.
So, you start off with the lemon. Everybody loves lemons. Okay, so the lemon, he is a dude. All right, he is a fella, a homie, a rapscallion, if you will. Okay, and the lemon meets a bell. A bell, like a ding dong bell. Okay.
Ding dong, ding dong.
Yes. You know. Ding. So.
You know, really ding this dong.
What? So the lemon meets the bell, and the bell betrays the lemon. So the lemon moved to Argentina and met Messi.
No idea what you're talking
You know the
about.
famous football player,
Yeah.
Messi?
Yeah?
The lemon met Messi. And then Messi kicked the lemon out of Argentina. And Messi met this pal. He goes by Mr. Tipson. Now, Mr. Tipson, you know Plastic Man from DC? Super long arms, super long neck, super long legs, really tiny torso, stupid haircut. That is Mr. Tipson. Now, Messi and Mr. Tipson get along very well. Very well. Despite Tinkle Tipson.
Wait, I want to hand you one. Could I be washing hands after going to the bathroom?
Yeah, just put one in my hand. Then.
Yeah.
Do not touch me.
Agreed.
So,
I was about to be like, take a tip. I realized you went to the. I'm pretty sure you went to the bathroom. I was like, wait.
wait a second.
Wait
So-
a minute.
Lemon gets help from his good pal Tangerine. Okay, so now Tangerine and Lemon, they work together. Okay, and because Tickle Tipson stole Messi from the Lemon and the Tangerine, Tangerine and Lemon work together to take down Tickle Tipson from the shadows.
You danger.
So
No.
some secret ops type shit, okay?
Rainbow Six Siege.
We're talking unheard of FBI, CIA, NSA, you know, secret ops, okay? And now, Lemon and Tangerine, while working together, okay, Tickle Tipton decides, hey, Tangerine, I want to have a sit down with you. I want to talk to you for a second. Let me talk to you for a sec. And so Tangerine sits down with Tickle Tipton. Now they have a tiny chat, and then Grimace threatens to turn Tangerine into a fucking cheeseburger. True story. Now Tangerine decides, Tickle Tipson decides, you know what, this interview is over, okay? And Tangerine leaves, and he reports back to Lemon. Now, I'm gonna leave the story there.
To be continued.
Wow.
So now when you guys can talk.
Landon, you go.
Alright, let me think for a second.
There's this one time I had this bag of Doritos.
Yeah.
It was like 2
one time
seconds
I
ago.
had Doritos, and I almost stopped the recording.
If
That
that
would
was
be
like
funny.
uncapped on accident. Yo, you're gonna stop.
You're gonna stop the recording though. Nice. I'm just trying to think because I've thought of a couple just like kind of almost recently.
I know some, but they're kind of like short stories.
That's fine.
There's one I told you, like, oh, put that on the podcast.
I almost want to
Yeah.
talk
Yeah,
about.
I kind of have to put that in
story that I
secretive just in
want.
case. You
It's
know?
a story that I don't have to hide anyone's names, I guess. I actually
yeah.
I'm actually coming up with stories, but it's just like choosing them. So I'm gonna call this one, I'm a tutor for a dipshit in my biology class. This is a recent story because it's pretty recent. It happens every day, actually. I'm in this class called biology, and I may have a couple of friends in that class, you know. And one of them is, you know, a friend of mine. We'll call him Urk, because that's his channel name, I guess. So, Urk, who I talk to, he likes to skip school sometimes, so don't tattle on him. And then there's this kid named Alex in my class. Now, Alex, he's my friend, but holy shit. So, you know how sometimes you have that group where there's everyone who's working and then there's the guy who kind of sits back and does nothing and gets the credit for all the work still? That's Alex. But I feel like he doesn't get the credit for the work still. So
no.
he kind of just sits there. And it's a funny joke for me and Urk to make fun of him, because we're like, oh yeah, I mean, obviously Alex did all this. I mean, how are we ever going to compare to him? Because all he does, the entire class, is, well, first of all, before now, like, a few months ago, he talked to his girlfriend who, I'm about to do this to you. All I see him...
Whoa. Maybe we should cut that there.
He texted...
Yeah, yo.
I won't say where. All I'll say...
No.
Okay,
Missouri.
he constantly texts his girlfriend in class. All the time, basically, right? Maybe not all the time.
Maybe.
But it's...
Yeah.
So before then, you'd be texting a girlfriend or kind of just spacing out. Or I guess talking to me. But I would have nothing to do with him getting bad grades, obviously. I just realized... I'm sorry for shitting on you.
No, it's just I can't. No, it. I don't know what
I am
is
not
wrong.
sorry, Tickle Tipsy. You will pay!
Yo.
I kind of forgot she has seen this podcast.
Yeah, that's why I cut you off. God damn it.
Hi!
You dumbass.
Shake my hand. Yeah, I forgot. No, but also, okay, all I'll say is all he does in class is either talk to me and him or space out. And quite recently, it's been a lot of spacing out.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah,
funny.
no.
We had this midterm the other day, or we taking the midterm, and I look over at him. Not looking over, but because like I'm pretty sure. Do you care if I say if your grade is meh or meh?
Okay, no, I don't care.
Yeah, if your grade is low, it's like fail. That's me.
Yo, stop yelling, bro.
It's
We're gonna
bad.
get in trouble.
It's bad.
What's
And
happening?
so I'm
It's
like,
like
Alex,
two.
Alex, this is your shot. This is your chance. Cause before it's a 100-question midterm, and he has, like what? Last time he had like 20 questions right on it. Alex, you gotta lock in. You can do this.
Yeah,
Like
no,
I'm doing
okay.
I'm doing the thing. I look over, and like I kind of keep
No, I was
looking
like
over
this. I
at
was just
him.
like this.
I just see Alex going.
Yeah, nah, dude.
And I'm like, oh, he'll be fine. And then I keep going. I look up, and you just.
Alright, let me explain myself. I had no idea the test even started.
Bro!
I had no idea. I was like, okay, are we doing this right now? And then Lane's like, lock in. I was like, what? What?
I'm like, lock in, Alex.
Bro goes,
Lock in.
I wonder if we're supposed to be doing this test that my teacher handed out 20 minutes ago.
Dude, no, I was blasting music in my ear, and I was just like, damn, this shit kind of slaps.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
no, I didn't even know it started. And Landon's like, lock in, Alex. Like, he's fucking Piccolo. Like, I was like,
It's do or die time.
exactly. He's like, come on, Alex, lock in. You got this, man.
Is that your Landon impression?
No, it's just a
Okay.
random impression.
Yeah, and then I don't think you finished the test. You got like half.
No, I got to like question 40.
Yeah. I'm looking at.
100.
I'll tell you what.
What?
Yeah.
100 question midterm?
All multiple
Jesus.
choice, by the way. It's all
Okay,
multiple
well, that's
choice. So
not
yeah.
bad.
And also, you got the first question right. I'll tell you that. I'm pretty sure. Wait. Did you choose E for any of the questions? I
No,
just have
I
to
didn't.
ask.
No.
Thank God, because they're the only like
Yeah.
on the sheet it's two separate things. Because there's a sheet that he can use to like kind of auto get like all the answers and not going over them. So it's A, B, C, D, and E. But all the questions are only A, B, C, and D. And I could have sworn I saw Alex put an E.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Are you sure? Because that's an
I'm
Alex
positive.
thing to do. That's such an Alex
Yeah, no,
thing
I would
to do.
read the question. I just kind of guessed because I don't know squat shit about. I don't know jack shit about biology.
Wait, hold on. You guessed for all the questions and you only got the question 40?
Ain't no way.
Yeah, dude, I'd space out a lot. I just couldn't.
But I
focus.
finished it and I read them.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I spaced out a lot in class.
All right.
Like more than you think.
Oh yeah, it's so funny. Like one time my teacher threw a marker.
What?
Alex. Yeah, it's funny. And yeah, I called him during class one time.
That's true.
And it was,
I was-
I almost want to save that for another story. But you know what? Hold on. I don't know how. So I'll just quickly. It'll be quick. I called him in class, and I'm like, teacher, can I go find?
down?
Teacher,
Sit
can I
down,
find
you're
Alex?
afraid.
And he looked at, like, no.
Oh my-
And he looked at the door, and he was like, Landon, I found Alex. I
All right,
found him.
Let me
It was
explain
funny.
this. Whenever there's a passing period, I take the longest way imaginable to get to any class. Because I'm tired from just sitting there for an hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Yeah, our class is like an hour
No
and 15
way.
minutes.
That's
So we just
crazy.
sit there for an hour and 15 minutes. There's no way I'm focusing for that long.
That's insane.
That's why I fucking zone out so much.
You had an hour and 15 minutes and you
Yeah.
only got to question 40 while guessing?
Yeah. Dude, I
Get a load of this guy. I
Bro.
deal with him every day.
No, here's what happens. I'll be reading the question,
Crazy.
and then for whatever reason, I'll think of something else, and then I'm like, and I lose track. I'm like, what
If
the
Sally
fuck just
had
happened?
4 carrots, how many could she give to her dog? I wonder if I had a carrot.
No, dude.
I wonder how many carrots I could
Dude.
eat.
Dude.
Yeah, it's like that.
My story gets even better because literally what happened the other day we were just doing these papers and I was like, okay, so you know what, Alex copied off of me or Urk, so he hashed up all the answers, so I can just look at his, because like it's one of those things where you need to, like, you gotta flip between pages, so I thought instead I'll just take his paper so I can see all the information. He got a bond while copying off the paper. He got it bond still. He got it bond.
Okay.
How do you get a copying bond?
I know exactly what happened.
You don't.
No, I do. I know exactly what I did. So, Ark was copying off of. He was doing the paper with you. He was letting me copy off of his paper, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't want to hold him back from, getting forward with the paper. So I was trying to rush through it. In my brain, I must have thought I've done a line, but I must have skipped it. I must have skipped a line to copy.
No.
Neither of you are in.
Because you skipped 2 lines, and I thought you put the letter for another line.
My eyes, must have looked at a different line and thought I did the other 2. Okay? So that's literally what happened. I was trying to rush to get hit so he wasn't falling behind. And I
insane.
was
Kid
trying
failed
to
at copying. I'm sorry that this entire story was shitty on you, Alex, but
yeah, I
it went from one. It went from sorry. It just went from one thing to everything else throughout the year. This is my long story.
Okay, so
hey,
we're gonna take a break from the tickle tips. And
you won't fist bump me. You won't bump it.
Just shit talk me for a good 10 minutes.
It's for the podcast.
Oh yes, the Jews and Hitler love each other so much.
So
we eliminated every single
away from the tickle tips and chronicles. Okay.
Don't please don't. I know.
In 7th grade, I had an immediate nasty ass. I had this pal. I'm gonna call him Dick. Okay.
Mr. Dick. Wait, no.
No, Mr. Dick. All right.
Oh, I can do this. Hi guys.
It looks like a ghost.
All right. So, Dick. All right. Good friend of mine.
You see me? I'm autistic.
And so we were in the middle of taking an ELA test, and the way Mr. T had the desks laid out is it was 2 people to a group, right? So
What the?
And so we're sitting there, we do the ELA test, and we literally look at each other and just start laughing. Uncontrollably. Okay? Nothing funny was even happening. Okay? We just
You spat everywhere.
I'm so sorry.
Look at me.
This shit, okay? Except it was way worse. And I I was dying, okay? So what he did is he moved our seats. And then so I got up to blow my nose, and then I came back and I tapped him on the shoulder. He looked the other way, and then you're you know the thing where you're right? And so he looks the other way, and I want to do it, so I snicker to myself, and I sit down. And he's just. It was fuck. I started laughing harder, and so what Mr. T does is he literally makes us face opposite directions from each other.
That's crazy.
So we can't see each other or talk to each other at all. It was hilarious. Anyways, back to Tickle Tipson.
Wait, was that your story though?
Yeah, that's your story.
Do you guys have another story?
I
have a couple stories.
Okay.
I have that. No, you just rambled on.
Yeah.
No,
Ice's turn.
All right.
He's gonna
It'll
shit on
go
me, guys.
this way.
You're gonna shit on me.
All right. This chair is not doing me justice. Come on, damn. So, semester 1, I had great lunches as my friends in them. Now, out of nowhere, semester 2, all my lunches there's nobody in them. So I basically sit there by myself the whole time.
Oh yeah, wait.
So,
is it this year? Because
this person named Z, right?
Z? Oh, Z.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I told no.
No.
Oh, is this the story that I told you to tell?
Yes.
Okay. Go
All
ahead.
right. She is a nice looking lady. Every guy wants to get with her. All right.
I'm trying to be good. I'm sure I'm good.
I'm actually scared of like.
No, go ahead.
You know, fine.
Okay.
So she's like, I'm surprised. So yeah, fine looking woman. She sits with me. I'm like, okay, what the fuck is happening? Am I dreaming or some shit?
Am I dreaming?
I was being,
Oh, wait.
yeah, stupid.
Wait, what?
Anyways, she's like, we're talking, having a normal conversation, and then it dies down. And then she looks at a group of girls, and she's like, you know what? I'm surprised girls don't sit with you. I'm like, fuck unspoken Riz? Like,
Viz Lord?
what?
The Vizzler?
And then another time, she sat with me, right? We're just sitting there. Every, like, freshman's looking over at me. They're like, what? I'm like,
Wait, when was this? Was this year or last year?
this year. I said freshman.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't.
Yeah. So, boom. Unspoken Riz, or she was just being nice.
So I
I
guess.
love overthinking everything. So,
Yeah.
Landon,
Well.
so the way we're gonna do this is so I can get my story done the quickest. Because you guys have like quick one-offs. I have chapters of this book. Okay?
I mean, the first one wasn't
but I could.
wasn't a short one off. But
I have,
So-
I have a lot of short ones.
Tickle Tipson. Okay. Year 2.
fuck, ow! You see what I did? Like this.
Oh my god.
Ow!
So going on year 2, Tickle Tipson. Alright. So now this absolute buffoon goofball. Okay. I have never talked to Tickle Tipson in my life up until this point, year 2. I go to talk to Messi because Messi and I were wonderful friends, okay? We know each other very well. And then Mr. Tipson joins us for our conversation.
I can't.
Now, this guy is a walking optical illusion, okay? From like 10 feet away, he looks like he's probably like 6'10", okay?
Like-
But as soon as he gets close to you, he is about my height. I'm roughly 5'9", 5'10". So he looks like a foot taller than you from, a couple feet away. But as he gets closer, he like shortens until he's
Oh my
about
God.
eye level with me.
Shortens, bro. It's like that Willy Wonka hallway, but the other way around. No, it is like that Willy Wonka hallway. Everything gets smaller.
And so, and so he cuts me off mid sentence, and he gets in real close, really uncomfortably close, and he just goes, "So what are you guys talking about? How's it going?" Right, and it is very clear that you can tell that this pal is lowering his voice.
Yeah.
Okay, you can very clearly tell that he's either trying to be discreet or flaunt his feathers, you know?
Want his feathers like a flamingo or some shit.
Like a peacock.
Like a peacock.
Goofiest
Flaunt.
name ever. Peacock.
Twin.
Anyways.
Yeah.
There he is in the wild, Tickle Tipson, flaunting his feathers like a peacock. In the wild.
And so after he hey, what are you guys talking about? I continue to speak, okay? I almost completely ignore him, which is hilarious.
W.
And eventually, instead of facing Messi and I, he turns his shoulders, so he like basically builds a wall with himself to cut me off from Messi, and then kind of does like a I'm gonna use you for an example. He does kind of like a hey
To who?
to Messi. No, not to me.
Oh,
I thought he did it to you, and I was gonna
No.
be like, I would have gone, hey,
You want to see something cool?
hey, you want to see something cool? Boom.
Anyways, so Yeah, after-
you.
after accepting his defeat, he decides to take his second place trophy, and leave. Tickle tips in everybody.
Loser.
Or was her.
Wait, is it my turn now?
Yeah.
Alright. So I call this
Fuck.
the most awkward, interesting, weirdest homecoming I've ever been to. So homecoming, I'm gonna kill him. So homecoming comes on, you know, the time of homecoming comes on, and I decide to go because I went last
Come
year.
at home.
Every day.
I hate you guys. So like, you know, I went because it's normally fun, you know, you hang out with people you like. But, you know, the thing was, I didn't have a date. It's not like I can't, you know, get a date. I'm a Viz Lord, guys, trust me. I'm Viz times 9. Vizilla over here. Actual Vizilla. But the thing is, a lot of people in the school are taken, you know, so sometimes you gotta work what you got. And what
And a
I
lot of
had
them are
was
mid.
me, myself, and I. So I just looked myself in the mirror and was like, yo, you wanna go to the homecoming? And I said yes. Because if I said no, that would be
Schizo
awkward.
You just bring some mirrors.
No. But that's not, no. So I kind of get there. And when I get there, and I thought, what are you doing? So I get the homecoming, you know, and first of all,
I know, I bashed both my knees trying to spin around.
yeah, I hope that was worth it.
I did it. I did one knee twice and then one knee once.
So I went to homecoming, and first of all, the line was outside still. So, like, I gotta wait.
In?
Yeah, you had to wait
Jesus.
outside, and
Yeah.
this was like in fall, like so
September.
It was like kind of cold, especially when you're kind of just wearing dress clothes and nothing else. So, you know. And, you know, kind of wait out there for a while, and I get in, and there was a big problem at the start that I immediately noticed. So last time we did homecoming, there
Oh, yeah.
was, what the fuck? Okay, no,
go
I
ahead,
did,
go
no,
ahead.
no,
I'm
no,
just-
it's
I'm
fine.
remembering.
Oh, okay. No, I was about to say it's
Sorry.
fine because I did that the entire time for your story and your stories, so it's only fair. But yeah, I get that. And the thing is, last year it was the cafeteria, hallway, and gym. This year they kind of blocked off the gym for some reason because the gym was where all the party, like the music and stuff was happening. But in like the hallway was just a pass area, and then you could go outside to like kind of the courtyard, and then the cafeteria was where the food was, right? So that makes sense, right? So this year they kind of just took all you know, the normal homecoming music stuff from the gym and decided to bash it in with a cafeteria. And, you know, the gym is bigger than the cafeteria, so when you do that, it kind of gets really cramped, especially when you try to move around. So, yeah. And that's not the end of it, because when I got there and I tried to hang out with the people who I would normally hang out with, turns out a lot of people actually do tend to ask out dates to homecoming, so they're definitely a little awkward. So basically, people are hanging out with their dates, and I just didn't know what to do. So I hung out with some of the older kids for a while, and until they left. But there were some interesting things that did happen at that homecoming, which is why I just said it was awkward, because most of the time I was kind of hanging around like some of the other people who I know in like the upper grades. But like, you know, and I left shortly after. Well, maybe not shortly after. I don't know. But there were some interesting things that happened to that one. And at that homecoming. One that I particularly remember, we'll call this kid, you know, I like your approach with calling him foods. We'll call this kid Apple. Apple. So, I don't even know how this happened, but a group of people came around Apple, and they threw...
What?
No, they threw Apple up, and I swear to God, he touched the ceiling. And you know the cafeteria in our school, right? It's not like kind of short like this. It's probably like really tall. It's like a tall cafeteria. Like I couldn't jump up and touch it, and I can jump pretty high, you know, right? I cannot jump up and touch it. A group of people came around. They threw Apple in the air, and he literally almost. I'm pretty sure he did touch the roof. Like I saw that, and I was just. Whoa. I was just surprised. But yeah, other than that, you know, funny enough, the final nail in the coffin was I was planning on leaving, but I was like, there's a girl who I was thinking about asking to slow dance, so I'll wait a little bit, see if a slow song comes out. And I'm waiting a little bit, no slow song, then my vibe gets here. And I'm like, I guess I'll just leave now. I'll walk out. The first thing I hear is a slow song. I'm like,
Oh. Dancing in the dark with you between my
I
eyes.
have a history with fucking up to that song too, so it probably was that song.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah, so
I
that
have
was
My homecoming.
Whoa, you just told a story.
Yeah. That's how we're going.
My
It's
turn.
already-
You just told one. I didn't.
It was like this last time, so it's at least make it fair. So I don't even fucking know.
Alright,
He just wanted
so
to tell all
I
of
have the
his stories.
same
I have
homecoming.
stories
Me and Landon go to the same school, have polar opposite homecoming stories. Polar
yeah.
opposite. So,
Nope.
I can't think of a name. So go to homecoming.
Smithers.
What?
Smithers. It's a name.
Smithers.
Smithers. Smithers.
I go to homecoming, right? Long ass line. I'm kind of waiting through. It's pretty cold, like Landon said. It is. Yeah. I eventually get in there. They're like, take everything out of your pockets, and then they get this fucking like wand, and I'm like trying not to die of laughter because it's so fucking goofy. A wand to make sure you're not carrying anything, which is whatever. But after that, I'm with Watermelon, right?
Watermelon.
Not a date or anything. We're just friends. I kind of just chill with them. I feel like I'm being left in the dust. So you know what? I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going into the middle of the crowd. I'm jumping like a fucking maniac, and that's exactly
Like
what I
a
do.
maniac.
I'm sitting there, dancing my ass off, jumping around, having the greatest time of my life. Slow song comes on.
I was like,
It's probably the one that Landon left.
Yeah, probably. It was the first one. So-
no, I didn't leave at the first one.
Slow song comes on, right? I'm like looking around, I'm like, well, that's a way to ruin the day. I don't know if I should tell this next part.
Why?
Go ahead.
Just replace the names.
No. You
So you just leave it off at a cliffhanger? Why would you tell this?
So
why
he
would
met
you,
this hooker.
honestly,
So,
why would you start
alright,
the story
this
if you
guy-
didn't want it? Okay.
Baseball, right? Baseball. He points at me.
So honorable.
I hear somebody scream my name. I'm like, who the fuck? I was like, wait, is somebody about to try to... Yeah, anyways. Baseball. Friend of mine. He's like, over here. And then his girlfriend is like, over here. I go over there. They set me up. I don't know if I should continue that story. You
They slow danced, and then he found out that she was a hooker,
yeah.
and that they paid her to steal.
What?
No, I'm
Yeah, he's
goofing, I'm
bullshit.
gaffing, I'm trolling.
Well, you know what the thing is, Alex?
What?
You would, but in reality, only people in his school has watched this podcast. You know?
Alright, so
We're in the clear for now, and probably forever.
without even knowing what this girl's name is, we're like hugging, kind of. Well,
You need a
good thing
mint?
we have that. Anyways,
You need a minute.
without even being, it was a minor inconvenience that they didn't say.
Minor inconvenience.
She had bad breath. Yeah.
You had bad breath.
Uh huh.
Do you want me to say it for you?
No.
Why?
We don't put that in
We will.
for legal reasons.
For legal
We do
reasons.
not put that in.
For legal. But I'll say I bet.
There's a reason why you're gonna go to jail.
I'm not in jail.
You're gonna go to jail.
Okay.
Anyways, so yeah, after that, the dance ends. I'm like, okay, maybe this is something. Maybe this is gonna be something, you know. But after that, we exchange phone numbers, and then we go our separate ways. Turns out, she already has a boyfriend.
Yeah. That's
Unfortunate.
very unfortunate.
It wasn't even that. It's just,
Unlucky.
yeah. You know what? Yeah.
I like you for.
But you know what? There's one coming up soon, so
That's Homecoming. Oh yeah.
Maybe we won't have better stories,
Yeah.
or we'll just be
Ladies.
absolute doofuses.
I'm available.
I say now it's
So,
yeah.
my homecoming experience this year. No, you are not.
He's ugly.
Oh,
See, now that's a good comeback.
So, my homecoming experience. I was not at my homecoming, but you know who was at my homecoming?
Tickle Tipson?
My well-informed pal, Tangerine.
Yes, then fit
And
that.
my other well-informed pal, Lemon. Okay? Lemon
I
and
haven't-
Tangerine,
I haven't figured out who Lemon is yet.
like I said, these guys are hilarious, okay? Not these two. These two are not Lemon and Tangerine.
yeah.
But Lemon and
'Cause we're funny.
Tangerine FaceTimed me while at homecoming,
Oh my
and they
goodness.
taped their phone to their chest, okay?
What? They had body cam. Can
Body
I go
cam.
to your school?
And so, sorry. So, so Lemon and Tangerine, they go around, and I notice this fella, okay? He's probably about 6'5", big fella, all right? But you can tell that under the bigness is beefiness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's wearing a three-piece suit, very well dressed up. Has like a young face, like I think like blondish hair. I don't know, because strobe lights and darkness and all that stuff. But I did notice he was wearing some sort of badge or some sort of something, right? And I was like, is it just me or is that guy following you? Right? And they like start noticing it more and more because they hop from like the drink bar, which they served like, I think, Shirley Temples with ice cream, which was kind of weird. And they keep hopping between their table and the drink bar. And so they realize that this guy just keeps kind of going with them despite not really being in the group. And we decided to call this fella the Fed.
The Fed.
The Fed.
The Fed.
And now, the Fed, after realizing I am taped to the Lemon's chest, okay, the Fed walks over and goes, "Hey Lemon, what's up with that?" And they were like, "Oh, this is my friend Josh. He couldn't make it to the dance, so we just decided to tape him to my chest." And he waves hello, I wave back. It's kind of like a weird interaction. He seemed ecstatic, all right? And now, a couple months passed by, and the Fed shows up in my math class for one class. One class.
A single class? Not
Yes.
the rest of the year, but
No,
just
for literally one class, he sits down and Mr. H is like, "Yo, class, welcome the Fed." And so it's kind of weird, right? Never noticed this guy ever before until homecoming, and then I see him in the halls more. I genuinely think this guy might be a Fed. Honestly, this guy might be a Fed.
He's on to you.
They're on to me, I swear to God.
Did you slow dance with anyone at the dance?
Huh?
Did you slow dance with anyone at the dance?
I did.
Tangerine.
Lemon, Tangerine, Mr. C, and Ham bone. Okay. The four slow danced together. It was very funny. They huddled up and slow danced like this. They just kind of rocked back and forth, and it was hilarious.
That sounds fun. Alright, so leaves my turn.
And Tickle Tipson was there.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing very funny happened.
Aw.
Actually, something funny did happen. Not regarding Tickle Tipson, but regarding what did we call this guy? Hold on, because what did we call this guy?
Captain Boomer.
What did we call this guy? Hold on.
Funny man.
There's
Codman.
a name.
was the name. Did you talk to me about the name?
The oh my god, what was it?
I mean, a lot of the names.
The Mutton Man. There was the Mutton Man.
The Mutton Man.
The Mutton Man, or Tangerine being the goofer, the gaffer, the prankster that he is, decided to repeatedly shoulder check the Mutton Man every time they walked by. And eventually, the Mutton Man decided to fight back and walk over and was like, "You wanna fucking die?" Got like way into Tangerine's face, and Lemon, being the absolute goof gaff that he is, like kind of cut in between them and was like, "We love you, Mr. Mutton." And then the Mutton Man went from 2 and then just walked away. It was like he went from 100 to 0 instantly, and just like it's like he locked off and then walked away.
He went.
Just completely de-aggroed and walked off.
That is.
And I felt bad because Lemon did bump into the two of them, at the Mutton Man and Mutton Woman, I guess.
His Mutton Woman.
Bumped into the two of them at the same time. Didn't even apologize or realize who he bumped into, and just kept walking. So that was pretty funny.
Alright, so I suppose it's my turn. Yes.
Oh,
The best form of comedy. Alright, so my story. It has a title. It's called, again, it has another title. It's called I Fucking Died for the Team. So, it's
sports related?
Yes. It could be, I might put this into two different things.
When you got a need in the face?
I'll put two different things because it's different. I'll start off with the one we all already know. So, I'll give you the point of view. So, I play basketball at this sport, you know, and we were playing against this team, and do you know what a charge is? You all obviously know what a charge is, right? I'll inform the viewers, so the listeners. Nice listen. So a charge is when basically they're coming up for a layup, or they're even just running over to you, and you just stand there, you put your hands over your privates, and you stand there and you take it. Because if they push you over and the refs call it, they go like this, that's a charge, which means you get the ball or whatever, or you get free shots, you know? It's like, you just gotta stand there and let them body you. So, I took a few charges this season, one in particular, but they don't always call it. One particular charge I remembered, and I'll always remember, is I'm running down the court and I see someone has the ball, and I'm like, oh, fuck that, I'm going over there, and I'm running over, and I get kind of ahead of them because I've gotten pretty fast over the years, and I go to take a charge, and I kind of get in the charge position, and it might be he's jumping up for a layup, and the face may have been collided with the knee, because what happened was, I get in a position, he jumped, and he's already midair at this point, because, like, he's midair, he hits me, I kind of go flying, and he's flying with me, so, as I'm falling, I think that's the end of it, but no, he came back for revenge, because while he's in the air, I see his knee come over to my face.
His other knee?
No, I see his knee go. No, because I know what you're talking about, but I know, when I got kneed in the face, it actually wasn't from the initial jump, because, like, I got hit, and his knee hit me right here as we were falling. It was like I fell over, hit the ground, and he's falling, and bam, and then he just tumbled. And you know, it's like, you know, it's for the team. The ref called it a foul on me.
A foul on you?
A foul on me.
That's crazy.
It should have been him, not me. Him. It should not have been me. It shouldn't have been me. So, but just to keep it a little longer, just to keep it a little longer, there was another time I did die, which is a different injury, because I also play soccer, and
I died. Totally different.
It was a good game. We were doing a good game, and I kind of go to kick the ball because it's in the air, and, you know, I don't even remember if I hit the ball or not. Because it was either the ball was already going, or I did hit the ball. But all I remember is the pain I felt as the other kid decided to full force kick my ankle and my foot. So, you know, when you get kicked in the foot full force, you know, the memory of if you actually hit the ball or not kind of ends up leaving your mind, you know? It's almost like all you can think about is, holy fuck, he kicked my foot full force. This shit hurts. Can I get subbed out? Which I did. And I don't think I played the rest of that game. I was benched for the rest of that game. And it's funny because I'm the kid who basically takes I die in the games. Like, if you ask me, like, I'm really physical during sports and stuff. So, like, I just die. So, like, I got kicked in the foot and the pain started and it didn't stop.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Alright,
So do you have another story?
I do.
I do.
I gotta think.
Okay, so Tickle Tips and Chronicles, year 3. No, I'm kidding. Still on year 2.
So,
Tickle Tips and Chronicles.
about a couple months ago, right? I used to have gym class. Right? We have a weight room. I would go there. I would lift. Can I help you? Yeah, I would go there, right? I'd lift. I wouldn't play any of the games we have. I would just kind of put my AirPods in and just blast music and then lift. Simple as that. For an hour and 15 minutes straight.
Can I take a prediction on where this story is going?
Sure.
There's this lady.
Alright, let me explain it. Let me tell the story then. Well, yeah, you probably know where it's going.
It's all the same.
You know, she looked at me one time and I think she wants to hit it, honestly.
It's not that, alright? Multiple times on occasion, this person named Eyebrow always... I'll explain it after we're done with this, if you remind me. Always staring at me, in particular. I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. Whatever, I didn't think much of it. 2 months kind of go by. Like, everyone's in the weight room, which is kind of rare, because, like, nobody's in the weight room, and it's just kind of me and some other guy. But, like, everyone's in there. There's a group that Eyebrows in, and she's just kind of looking at me. Like, everyone in the room, I'm deadlifting, and she's looking at me. I'm like, what the fuck? And then there was this other time where we were leaving class. Everyone's out of class. Everyone's out of the gym waiting for the bell to ring.
And she looked at me again.
Yeah, stared into my soul. Like, yeah.
Oh my god, I just realized you were right when you said she looked at me. Josh, I just realized. You were 100% right when you said she looked at me.
Yeah, that's why I said, okay, let me explain it.
What a riveting story. I made eye contact with this person one time.
Multiple times.
I made eye contact with the same person several times before.
And then, okay, we were doing, like, we had to run around the gymnasium, like, 10 times. We're at complete opposite ends. She, like, Eyebrow, like, stops, right? Catches her breath. And then I'm, like, kind of just jogging, whatever. And then Eyebrow just catches, like, this pace with me. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, we're going the exact same speed out of nowhere. Like, she ran to catch up to me, and then she was like, I've never even talked to this. Never talked to Eyebrow. One day in my life. And we're going the same pace. I was like, that is weird as fuck. But that's it. Pretty mid-story, honestly. I couldn't think of anything else.
Tickle Tips and Chronicles Part 3.
Tickle Tipson, if you're watching
Tickle
this.
Tips and Chronicles Part 3. I will fucking kick your
Tickle
ass.
Tipson, you know who you are. Come meet us here. You know where we are. We'll be you. What?
Oh, it's the heater.
Yeah. The actual furnace over there.
Alright, tell your story.
So, I have to think of another time where he's wronged me.
Who's wrong, do you want to talk about the story? You want to talk about... I feel like there's a lot of things you can talk about just about Tickle Tipson. Oh yeah, no, you already talked about how he stole Messi, didn't you? I mean, you don't have to talk about Tickle Tipson. Talk about
I could talk about anything else.
talk about the other story involving a name around a certain drink. Not this one, but
No, that's like a 2-minute long, like, rumor.
my water.
Oh, come on.
It didn't
What?
even fall. No!
What happened?
Look at
I
the
flicked his water and it didn't quite fall.
Oh, I thought it spilled. Oh my god.
So, Tickle Tipson. This guy is goofy, man.
You seen him describe him now. That's it.
Okay,
Because he's.
I'm running out of things, honestly.
How?
We're an hour in. Holy shit.
I actually have a couple other things I feel like I could talk about.
I have another story.
I have one more big W. Okay, so.
You know what?
You need some more time.
Interesting thing.
Ooh,
The Fed.
the Fed?
The Fed.
He returns?
He does.
Oh my god.
Do you remember the bell
The bell.
that Lemon met?
I don't.
No. Do you remember me mentioning the bell at the start?
think so, yeah.
Yeah. Funny enough, the bell met the Fed. That's about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird how worlds cross like that. It's like Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
God,
your turn.
God,
I'm
no.
running out of things,
I
honestly.
realized that I've been talking a lot about, maybe mishaps that's happened to me. Maybe times where I get the physical shit kicked out of me by one little event. Maybe sometimes I'm over exaggerating it all. But for once, I'm going to talk about a W I actually had. So, it was freshman year, and I liked someone, because people like people. I mean, actually, I don't like anyone right now because, I have given up. I'm just gonna let them come to me.
Because that works every single time.
Yeah, that works, yeah.
Well, what are you guys doing, huh?
Chilling.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah. And it's a short story. It was crazy. It was this big field trip and a lot of people went, so I wasn't doing much in gym class because there wasn't much to do, so I kind of went in the weight room and just walked on the treadmill for a bit. And the most crazy thing happened. She just walked up and started going on the treadmill next to me, and we just talked. It was like awesome. It was pretty cool.
You gotta tell me who this is.
When we were talking, it was so cool.
Nah. Okay,
Oh my God.
that's a little over exaggeration,
Alright.
okay?
I think-
we talked and it was nice, I guess. You talked. That's
Did
basically
you
it.
ever
That's the
talk
W.
to her again?
You guys want to shit on my one W I tell on this fucking podcast.
Alright,
Jesus.
I guess my
We
story
are a
is
triad
underway.
of incels.
Okay.
Incel,
So,
fuck you guys. I
it's
can
sixth
fucking
grade.
I'll ask someone out this fucking
It is-
Monday.
Yeah, and you're gonna come back. No.
Guys, he said no to
Where's
me.
my empty bottle?
He.
Where's all my shit?
Alright. Get over here.
I need to put my feet up, okay? Do not sit back down.
Swear to God.
I threw that weird on purpose.
Yeah, stop.
I don't want to chuck it at you.
Alright. So, I was chilling one day, end of the day in 6th grade. I was in science. This this kid named Bark in Italy.
Barking in Italy.
Yeah.
Full name book in
They
Italy
come
or book?
running in. They come running into class. Everyone's quiet. We had a substitute. They yell, Crash Bandicoots and Smash. And then Italy leans on the desk and starts crying his eyes out because they put 3 characters in Smash and 1 ether.
That's crazy. Crying over it.
I would cry if they put Freddy Fazbear's in Smash.
I'd cry from laughter. I mean,
Do you know who Italy is?
I think I know who Italy is. What a
Landon.
fucking loser.
Landon. He's Italy.
You're
Apparently I cried.
Italy?
Yeah, no,
I don't remember that.
You had tears
my
of joy.
God. You made fun of me. You made fun of me earlier?
My God.
Fuck. You cried
Do you know
over
what
Smash
tears of joys are?
You had tears of joy over a Smash Bros character?
You didn't even have a switch.
You went blind again.
What? Yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly,
always.
I think I ran out of tickle tips and stories. Because usually we kind of sit there and literally just poke fun at the guy like 24/7.
Oh my god.
It's hilarious, honestly.
You got any secret stories?
Give me a minute, I'll think of one. You tell another story.
So.
No, I can think of one now. Watch me. I think I had one with all of us one time, did I not?
You know, if we're all out of stories,
Goofy
then
things?
We are
we are
big
an
lengthy
hour
video.
and 5 minutes in.
I had a
think
goofy story.
I think I unfortunately ran out of tickle tips and stories. I swear to God, I'm forgetting one. I feel like.
I think I'm forgetting an important story I should be telling here too. Give it up for the.
I feel like we're gonna be here for like 2 hours, honestly.
We still have one other episode to record, anyways.
I mean,
so.
I can talk about fights.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's true.
So,
there are.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh, no, I have a, I don't have a story.
So, an 8th grader fought another 8th grader in my school. It was hilarious. And I feel kind of bad because it was literally like a riot. When you saw like the video of it, it was in the hallway. So it was like people, it was people fight.
Oh.
Okay. And there were people trying to break it up. Guys, stop fighting, please stop fighting. There were people throwing like binders and papers and shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and then this poor guy, literally just trying to stop the fight, not even doing anything, drops his phone, goes to pick it up, picks it up, right, turns around, and is met with like 15 punches to the schnoz. It was crazy.
But when
What?
Yeah. It was like I felt kind of bad because he like literally didn't do anything, right? He was just like, oh, my bad. I felt kind of bad. You know, another time, I kid you not, okay, this guy spilt mustard on another guy's sweater. It was a white sweater, okay, understandably.
I had to kill someone.
But it was like this much mustard, and he literally picked the dude up. All right, so it was like a slightly bigger guy, right, or beefier, and then like a pretty scrawny guy, right. Big guy picks up scrawny guy, and like throws him to the floor, and then like mounts him, punches his face into the ground. It was like, you do that shit again, I'll fucking kill you. And he gets up and like walks away.
He Hulk smash.
He literally was like.
Yeah, there were a lot of
And then
fights.
left.
There were definitely some fights.
Not a lot.
What? Not a lot, but like there were some fights. But and there's some interesting ones where I could talk about. But I don't want to like do anything or say
There's a
anything
lot of
too
stories.
personal.
You guys aren't
But like
listening out.
one I will say is that very interesting. This fight broke out in the hallway. I think I was in Spanish class at the time. I feel like I heard that the door may have gotten broken down in said fight because 2 people were fighting. And teachers came out, you know, a teacher will try and stop a fight. You know, sometimes though, like, it depends. Sometimes they'll get in the middle, but sometimes they're kind of just standing around and be like, no, stop, please, stop. Come on, guys. It's against the rules. But there's one problem. I think it was, like, I swear to God, she was like 70-year-old teacher. Came over, I think she tried to stop the fight. She got met with a fucking knuckle sandwich straight to the fucking face, bro. I think it was multiple times, dude.
Yeah,
And
no.
like she was, and let me tell you, that definitely affected it because she was out for like it wasn't like all at once, but she was out for like there would be a lot of times when she'd be out. She was out for like half of the year.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, no, she was not there.
She was done
That was
for.
insane.
Like literally punched the teacher and ended her whole career.
You know,
It
that
turned
actually
into-
reminds me.
It turned into she's retiring to now she works at the middle school, which is worse.
Oh, she looks. Oh.
Yeah.
So when these 8th graders fought, there was actually this big body teacher, okay, and I say big body as in plus-sized, fat. All right, I'm just gonna, you know, there's no sugarcoating. All right, fat guy. All right, but he's the football coach. All right. So what he does is to break up the fight, to finally put an end to the madness that has been reeking, erupting in the hallway. What he does is he uses his body weight and he starts throwing himself around into students in order to, one, cut through the crowd, and two, stop the people who are fighting. So he basically thwomps a kid into a locker. You know
Jesus Christ.
That is crazy. Alright, well...
I have a lot of stories.
He basically started fighting the kids.
Well, we should... Maybe you should be the last story, unless I can think of a really...
You two are forgetting about two stories. That guy who smashed his phone in your school, that'll do it.
That's not really a story.
Football game. The last the last
Oh, you're gonna talk about that one?
No, I wasn't there. You were there, right?
Wait, okay, I wasn't gonna talk about this because I didn't know if it was gonna be a bad subject. You just want me to tell it then?
Yeah, because I wasn't there. Anyways, my story now.
Okay, I guess it can be your story. I was gonna kind of try and avoid
Well, no,
it,
do it
but-
next.
Oh, do it next? I don't...
When it's your turn, or if you're out of
say
stories.
your story. I don't know.
Anyways, I don't know if I should say this one because, but baseball. Fighting this guy.
Baseball.
The guy from earlier? Baseball?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh.
Not the sport, the person.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
That's why we go with Tickle Tipson, because it's diverse enough to know who that is.
Yeah.
And this guy named Dirt.
Jesus Christ.
They used to be really good friends. And they were... Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think.
Whisper it. Whisper it.
No, just go ahead.
Okay, anyways. They used to be good friends. Something happened. They're not friends anymore. Right? I'm with two other people. They're like, get your phones out. I was like, what? And one of them takes their phone out. It corrupts the video. The other one takes the phone out. It records the video. Me, I get the video the second the first punch is taken, and I heard the principal yell, "Hey!" I was like, oh shit. I was like, no, I'm not dealing with that. So I just quickly threw my phone in my pocket. They're fighting. It's going down. Well, I mean, baseball is just kind of wailing upon Dirt. Yeah. That's pretty much the story.
Is this how it needs to happen? Do I need to walk up to Tickle Tipson and be like, hey, porculent one, without that phone?
yeah.
Yo.
I can confirm this officially. Somebody calls pointing on one, not to the face, but definitely.
Be like, hey, whip that phone out, and then I just pick him up and I throw him.
Yeah.
Just like suplex him across the room.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
It was probably like 50% helium.
Oh,
Probably is.
I have another. God damn it.
You like flick him and he flies away like a balloon.
I don't know if I should.
I have another. Oh my god.
I don't know if I should even tell the one he was talking about earlier because it involves some bad.
Okay.
It involves some things that happen to people and some things about just this place. But I don't want to shame it or anything. I don't want to shame.
Just cut to the juicy part.
Alright, the juicy part is there was a big fight at a football game, and it was between one team because some kid decided to get up after they called the game over a bad thing that happened and fucking poke fun and like you guys, they poked fun at it.
He went over and went.
Nah.
Did he actually?
Yeah,
Just went over and did take the L and
Yeah.
got his shit rocked.
Yeah,
The
apparently.
entire other team went after him, but it was crazy. I actually got some of that fight on it. It was so funny because I'll even tell you the part after that I'm comfortable sharing. So maybe so I was over there, saw the fight, and I was like, oh my god, because my mom was calling. She was like, where are you? And I was like, okay. And then I see it happen. I'm like, I gotta get some of this, mom. Bye. And I don't remember if I didn't even hang up on her. She was so uncalled. I was like, oh my god, hold on. I was doing that.
Give me a second.
So like, get your ass over here right now. And I'm like, okay. Cause like I was close to that fight. I wasn't like yards away. No, I was like right there. I was right. I was front and center. I got.
Wait, can I see this video?
I think I deleted it.
Bro,
What's wrong with you?
what?
It's been like a while, dude.
Did you like upload it anywhere or send it to anybody?
Yeah,
Who?
some people.
Can some people send it to you? Send it to me?
I don't know if they still have it.
All right.
Because like in our school, you know.
I mean, if it's
one of
over
those things
Snapchat,
you're
you can
not
just
gonna-
scroll through things that are saved, you know?
I don't think it's saved. It's like some of those things, because unlike you, everyone doesn't save all their chats in Snapchat.
Dude, I don't know
because
why
they
people
about
don't do that.
Snapchat texting. Well,
don't know why
because,
people
you know,
don't
if you
do that.
say something or do something or send something that, you know, maybe you don't want the government to see, it deletes
They can
after
still
24
see it.
hours. They can still see it. Then what the fuck
Yes.
is going on Snapchat? You know, fuck Snapchat. Fuck you, Snapchat. Fuck you. I hope you never
Anyways.
sponsor us.
All right, are you done with your story, Landon?
Yeah, that's basically.
Though we do like money. If you want to sponsor us, please do.
Yeah, that's basically.
Yeah.
We
the
love
story.
money.
Yeah, that's basically the story. It's just kind of.
Oh, I forgot about a subscription.
It was the ending part of the story.
Snapchat has a subscription service.
That was the last
So
episode.
it's- yeah.
I know. I
Quite
was just
frankly,
saying.
I think at an hour and 15 minutes, the fact that we're
Alex, if you can sum your story up in exactly
Bro, what was the story?
15
Fuck.
seconds. Okay, you
All
can't
right,
even
so,
remember.
Hold on.
We all
Hold
know
on.
how awesome I am at outros. So
No.
You handle the intros. I get a handle.
I handle the outros now.
Give me one more chance.
So,
Give me one more chance. 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 I'll do it professionally, okay?
so this has been the
Yo,
Cadre
wait,
Podcast.
I got the story, dude. I got the story.
do it in 15 seconds.
No, come on. All right.
Got it.
Sorry about that.
All right. Let me explain. Just give me the fucking mic. Just put it down where it was before.
Sir, where were you?
Just put it down.
Were you there for the fight?
I'm gonna kill you.
Do it.
Alright, yeah, so, right. I'm in Spanish class. Our teacher makes us put our bags in the closet, right? Some genius. Guy's name is Cornell. Right,
Guy's name is Cornelius.
Cornelius, yeah. He has a speaker in his bag and it's connected to his laptop or his phone. I'm just in Spanish class doing whatever, and I just hear the nastiest, wettest fart in the closet. And then I hear them say, "Yo, somebody's in the closet."
I wonder how they knew.
Somebody's in the closet. And then she's like, "There's no one in the closet, class. Somebody's just being an absolute fool."
Someone being an
There's no one in the
So after that,
And then they left for vacation, and when they came back, they opened it. It was just a skeleton.
so, and then there's like whale sounds, and then there's like somebody played whale sounds, and then they started playing Pop Smoke. And then the teacher had enough of it, so she calls the dean. He goes in there, he's like, "If that speaker goes off one more time, the whole class is getting Saturday school." Doesn't go off
Saturday
again,
school.
yeah. But then I'm walking out of class and you're the speaker.
Absolute, actual savage.
Alright,
And then everybody
that's it.
ran.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
Landon, no.
Landon. All right.
What was wrong with my answer last time? I was pretty.
It was horrible. It was disgusting.
Let
I
me
did not
try it
like
again, because I can be.
All right. So I'm gonna perfectly center this mic with myself. All right. Okay. I got this. So, this has been the Cadre Podcast, where we talk about anything and everything in the world, possible, imaginable, anything else like that. Now, because Landon's stupid and doesn't understand what a podcast is, he keeps doing visual gags that aren't funny at all.
I'm just
So this has
bored.
been one of your hosts, Josh. I was gonna dox my entire name, but
This has been your other host, Alex.
this has been your third secret host, the Resonator.
Bring the mic closer, bring it closer.
And now I'm passing the mic off to
Bring it a
Landon.
little closer. Come on. And this has been your best host, Landon. You can find me at orders right now. Okay, this is Mark. This has been Parkway Podcast.